today I'm going to be teaching you how to do a forearm splint. So the first thing that you need to do is grab all your tools. So you'll be needing some triangle bandages, you're going to need your splint, and you're going to be needing some roller gauze. All the proper materials. The next thing that we're going to do here is if you have a forearm injury, you want to make sure to manually stabilize. So because it's on a long bone, you stabilize on the joints above and below. So this would be the elbow joint and the wrist joint right here. So here I am stabilizing. Then I would get my partner to take over stabilization. The next step is to do PMS. So I'm going to do pulse, check for a pulse right here. Feel pulse, can you roll your fingers? And then can you feel what touching here?
Yep.
Amazing. While my partner is still stabilizing, I'm going to grab my properly sized splint and use the soft side and put it right under her forearm. So this is nice and tight here, and my partner will take over in holding this. So right now, Christina's just gonna help me. And then, for patient comfort, what we like to do is put one roller gauze in between hands so we don't have a weird wrist space. And then I wanna start splinting. The way that I splint for a forearm is use roller gauze and go in figure 8 motions. So I start at the top right here, and then I start splinting. And this is what it means to do a figure 8. So you wanna zoom in a little bit. I'm gonna go back and forth in this nice figure 8 motion. And it needs to be tight, but not too tight that you're cutting off circulation. So you continue doing this all the way till you reach the end. And for some patients, you might need like more gauze, so just make sure you take more gauze and continue doing it. And once you're at the end, you just kind of want to tuck this roller gauze in. Yep, just tuck it in right there. And now that you've done this splint, because it's circumferential and also you're doing a splint, you want to check PMS again. So I'm going to just reach in right here. I'm going to feel for a pulse. Feel a pulse. Can you wiggle your fingers? And then can you feel what I'm touching?
Yep.
Amazing. So now we have our forearm splint, but what we can do afterwards is do a sling and a swath. And the first thing that happens is a sling. So with our triangle bandage, I want to locate the tip of the triangle. Sometimes it has a knot on it, sometimes it doesn't. What I do is line it up with the elbow right here, and then one part, so I'm going to have this kind of put it over her chest, so line it up with the elbow, and then one part I go above, and then one part I go below. So now I have it nicely sling, and you want to stretch it out on the bottom here so it's nicely secure. And then from the back, remove her hair, make sure it's not caught in it. Yeah, if you can move it for me. Then I'm gonna just tie it here. Sometimes we'll take 4x4s or whatever, some type of gauze, and we'll put it underneath this knot to make sure that the patient isn't like discomforted by it. So we have a nice knot right there. If you want to put your, yeah, there. And as you can see, the patient's arm isn't completely like straight like this or like too tight. It's like at a nice angle right there. And then we're going to do our swath. So we take another triangle bandage and we're going to put it over our patient. And so it's going to go over or under this arm that's like loose already. And then it's going to go, yeah, if you can scoop over me, sorry. And then it's going to go over the arm that was injured. And then I'm just going to take it and I'm going to tie it. And this is just to prevent any outward movement of a sling, of the arm, sorry. And you have it nice and secure. Oh, sorry, this fell down on that side. Pull that over like this. There we go. And that is how you do a sling and a swath for a forearm injury.